Good morning, friends. How are you doing today? Okay, so here is the lesson for Friday, April 17th. All right, so you will do a journal entry today, and you will make sure to write the date at the top, and you will start it out spring means. And then I want you to write what spring means to you. When it becomes springtime and the flowers start blooming and the leaves on the trees start turning green and it gets warmer, what is spring to you? Is it a time that you get to play outside more? Is it a time you get to see the beautiful flowers? What does spring mean to you? So remember, when you're writing your sentence, start it with an uppercase, finger space in between words, and go ahead and make sure there's punctuation at the end of your sentence. And just a reminder, keep your journals. Do not send them back to me. Keep your journals until April is over and then send it back so that you have it to write in each week. Okay, so for math today, we are going to do a little measuring. And I had sent this little ruler a week or so back, maybe last week, and you are going to measure some worms today. They're called inchworms. And remember, on this ruler, this is inches. From the beginning to 1 is 1 inch. From 1 to 2 is 2 inches. So when you measure, always start at the very end of whatever you're measuring, but make sure the end of the ruler is lined up with the end, that you don't start on the 1, that the end of the ruler is lined up at the end of whatever and then you go all the way, and then you look, and whatever the end part is closest to is what it measures. So this top worm right here, he measures 6 inches. So you will measure each worm, and right below it, you'll write how many inches long that worm is. Now, the second part of math for today is this frog splash sheet. And it's kind of getting us used to reading a word problem and how to work it out. So it says, one sunny day, 4 frogs jumped in the pond. Later that day, 2 more frogs jumped into the pond. How many frogs are in the pond all together? A lot of times in word problems, when you see those words all together, that's telling you are going to do an addition problem. So on this first spot right here, you're going to draw a picture of first the 4 frogs jumping in, and then the 2 more frogs jumping in. Then over here it says, my tally graph chart. You are going to use tally marks to show how many frogs jumped into the pond first, and then down here you're going to show how many frogs with tally marks jumped into the frog later that day. Then I want you to make a math equation problem. So you're going to write in the first blank, you're going to write how many frogs jumped into the pond first. Then you have your addition symbol. Then you're going to write how many frogs jumped into the pond later that day, and then you will add those two together to see how many total frogs are in the pond. And then you will also write that answer right here, how many total frogs are in the pond. Now for language time today. I want you guys to get on and do your Success Maker language. So do a little section of that. If anybody's having any issues or problem getting on Success Maker or logging in, just let me know, send me a message, and we'll figure it out. And then we're also going to do find and record sight words. This is just a way to review some of our sight words. So if this word down here in the picture has 3 letters, you write it here, 4 letters here, and 5 letters here. Now, an easy way to help you keep track of what words you've done and haven't is if you pick this first word right here on the bunny ear, R, A-R-E. Well, that's 3 letters, so you're going to write it here. Once you've written it, color that area. Then you know you've already done that word. Then you can go to the next word, put it in which category it goes, and then color that part. So if you color it as you go along when you've written the word, then you can keep track and make sure you get all the words written up at the top. Okay, so have you had fun learning about rainbows this week? Well, as a fun little craft to kind of end our rainbow week, I am going to send you a piece of cardstock. And I want you guys to go ahead and color. This is what I drew, not an artist by any means. I want you to draw any kind of design. You can draw a picture. You can just make a design. You can do anything you want on this piece of paper. And I want you to decorate it bright and colorful because we're calling this our rainbow windsock. Then I sent you some streamers, and I want you to glue those on the bottom so they're hanging off like this. Then where the two holes are, you're going to tie together the yarn in those two holes, like so. So you have a handle. But then you're going to take your windsock and fold it over, and you can staple it, you can glue it, you can tape it, whatever you have at home. I have a stapler right here, so I'm going to staple mine. And then you have a handle, and it's flowing. So go outside, get in the wind, and see if it pulls it up like this and it flies in the wind. This is called our pretty rainbow, because we're going to use all the colors of the rainbow on there, our pretty rainbow windsock. So that is all the instruction for Friday, April 17th. I hope everyone has a fabulous day. I hope you're enjoying all the things that I'm sending home for you to do. And I want all of you to take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye.